back at it again, episode 8. I'm here with Kedesha, another special guest from Leeds, owner and founder of LUXE. Statement earrings for the girls then. Had to bring another female guest on the show. Had to switch it up a little bit again. But yeah, so from what I know about you, you're from Jamaica, aren't you? Originally. Okay. Did you grow up in Jamaica?
How did you know that?
Do my research, man. I got to do the research. So, did you grow up in Jamaica? Or?
Well, I left when I was 6, so I was born there, and I left when I was 6, and I've been back a few times since.
Okay. Which part of Jamaica are you from?
Kingston.
Got shot for them. Okay.
But I've got family all over though. I've got family in like St. Anne. I've got family in St. Andrew. I've got family all over.
Okay. So how do you find it going back to Jamaica?
Every time I go back, I never want to come back. Like, every time I come back, the more I want to stay. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Because in Jamaica, when I go back, living around the family and stuff like that, it's just nice to be around them, innit? Yeah, definitely.
It's different. It's a different feeling. And what I like about it as well, like, I'm proper picky with food. So when I go there, I know I can eat from anywhere.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
The food's good out there, innit? So what was it like for you growing up in Jamaica?
It was alright, to be honest. Like, I don't really remember much. But it was mainly like my granddad and my mum and my grandma, because my dad was away for a bit. But it was good. I had bare family in there.
Yeah. Nice. So when you came to England, what was it like for you? Because I was having this conversation with Denmark last week when we did his podcast. Like, what was it like for you coming over to England for the first time?
I remember actually the first day I came, it was snowing, and I was shook. The first day I stepped off the plane, it was snowing, and I didn't know what to do. I was just stood there, but I was gassed at the same time, because obviously you always hear about it as kids, innit? But you just never think you're going to see snow. And then even like, you know, the escalators, couldn't go up them. I couldn't go up them. I would be stood at the bottom and one would be on the escalator, and the escalator was going, and I'll just be doing splits. My mum had to be like, yeah, idiot, come now. That's what. But it was alright, to be honest, like, because I was a baby, like, I don't think it impacted me that much. It was just the snow thing. They're the only two things that I really remember.
So what is it like for you? So, like, obviously you're originally from Jamaica and you're living in England now. So what is it like living in England in comparison? Which one do you prefer? Obviously you prefer Jamaica, but like, what is it like for you living in England, being from Jamaica?
To be honest, I feel like I like England because I've got a lot of friends and, you know, extended family kind of thing. But I feel like all you do here is you just work. It's like you literally just work and pay bills and go home. Like, there's not really that much fun. Whereas back there, every day there's a dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day you can just go to the beach. You can just go around the corner. You can go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's something.
Yeah, here it feels like you just go work and then you come home to go bed.
I hear what you're saying. 100%.
Nah, do you get it though? Like,
yeah, nah, definitely. So, like, when you go back to Jamaica, what are the usual things that you do? Like, are you a dancer? Do you like going to dances and them things? You walk out?
I just went. I just come back end of September. I went for 3 weeks by myself. And literally, like, I went to dances. I went to clubs. I met Usain Bolt actually.
Okay, and what was that like?
I was kind of embarrassed though. I was like, he was walking past me and my sister was like, I was saying to my sister, it's Usain. She's like, no, it's not. I'm like, it is. The man walked like clear as day, like right past me, and I was just like, I couldn't say nothing. So when he was coming back, I was saying to my sister, like, talk to him, say, you know, So I was like this, trying to act normal. And then he walked past, stopped him, and I said, can I take a picture? And he said no. He said no. So I said, what do you mean no? So he was like, oh, because it was his club that I was at, and he said, if I take a picture with him, then everyone's going to want to take a picture, and he just wants to have a night. So I said, fair enough.
Makes
He ended
sense.
up just buying me a Magnum and that, and I was like,
A Magnum, yeah.
best friend. Never saw him again that night. But it's nice. I went to beaches, I went swimming with dolphins and that. It's just a bit of everything, tourists and family.
I like it. So what's your family life like then?
It's drama.
Drama, why drama?
I don't know, it's just drama, isn't it? Family's always drama.
But why though?
I'm not gonna go into
you're not delving into that. I'm trying, you get me?
It's just, no, my family, I'm not gonna lie, my family full of jokes. Every day you're laughing with them. I could call any member of my family on the worst day and I know I'll be coming off that phone laughing and smiling. So in that case, like, we're really close as well. Like, even if, say, I might have drama with one of my cousins or something, and then if my cousin, like, if I was to get into beef or something, my cousin wouldn't even be bothered about mine and her drama. It's straight, you know what I mean? Family against everything. That's what it's like.
Makes sense.
So I like it. Miss it when I'm here though, because it's just me, my mum, and my sister.
Right.
And my brother. Yeah.
Okay. Bit lonely.
Yeah, no cousins to bully or no, innit? Just
Exactly.
got my siblings.
To bully you.
Just got my siblings.
Yeah.
My sister's 9 years younger than me. My brother's 20 years younger than me, so.
Fair. So what's like uni life for you? So you go uni, innit?
Yeah.
So what do you study at uni?
So I study adult nursing. I'm in my second year now.
How do you find that?
I am loving it. Like, I actually can't wait to graduate.
Yeah. Sick. How many years you got left?
Just one. So after this year, I've just got one. So like, should be graduating next year. But it's not. It's just stressful. Like, I don't feel like I sleep, because my course is literally from September to September. I'm in lectures in like June, July, August, and everything.
Yeah. So there's not really a break period, is there?
We had 2 weeks off between first and second year.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I broke up uni August the 30th, and we started back September, like 14th or something, 16th or something like that.
That is hard.
So
graft, that.
Yeah, because then you got to do placement as well, innit?
Oh yeah. So on job learning, and then you go back straight into the classroom.
And you still got to work as well whilst you're on placement. So it's like you're doing 37.5 hours placement, plus you've got to do your own work as well.
So how do you find that then, like balancing like living life and then obviously doing all of those hours on job, then going to uni straight after, and then coming back to just...
It's hard, to be honest. I barely sleep, or my sleeping pattern is just messed up, because you have to do night shifts as well. It's a lot, but you can't just live life just studying and working. You have to find time for yourself. So sometimes if I feel like I'm getting too stressed, I'll say, alright, well, I'm taking this week off and I'm going to do this for myself this week. Do you know what I mean? Like, just have to plan ahead. Makes sense. If I'm going out, I know long before I'm going.
Okay. Interesting. So what other things are you into then? So like, what else do you like to do apart from obviously uni and stuff like that?
I don't even know, just depends. I'm like, depending on like what it is. If someone comes to me and say, let's do this, if it sounds good, then let's go. Like, I'm just one of those type of people, I always want to just try something different.
Yeah.
But no, really. I like watching movies. I'm a big movie fan.
Yeah. Okay, what's your favourite film?
Has to be maybe Law Abiding Citizen. Oh no.
That's a good choice.
Or maybe I love John Wick, all three of them.
Yeah. Which one's your favourite out of the three?
I think maybe number 2.
That's a good choice.
I think number 2 is a good one,
Yeah, I might have to start asking you about films, because you got some good choices there. I
love movies.
So, you like partying and stuff like that as well? Because obviously you said you like to go out. So what's like your type of party?
I like to go to dances. I don't like going to the clubs because I don't really like the music.
Interesting. And why the dances then?
Because I just feel like I'm at home.
Makes sense.
Do you know what? Like, I just all the music that's gonna be played, I know I like. The vibes is different from in a club. You know, you can dance, you can really have fun. Like in the clubs, I feel like people are more just, I don't know.
Stand up and watch.
Yeah.
No,
do you know what I mean? Like, whereas in the dances, you can really be yourself. You can really have fun. You can really just. and it finishes later.
Exactly,
Just
that's
got
true.
time to go home 3 o'clock in the morning.
And I'm guessing you like to dance then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you're not going to ask me to get up.
Well, if you want to show the people.
Don't try it.
So that kind of ties into like obviously what you said before, like because you manage an artist called Wagwan Dama. So what's it like managing a Jamaican artist like that?
It's actually exciting. Like when I was in Jamaica, I actually met up with a producer for him as well. He's got big things coming. Like he's really talented. So I think that's what makes it so good as well. Like knowing that he's got so much talent. Like this guy's got hundreds and hundreds of songs just sitting there just when he's bored. He can just sit there and just make a song out of anything. You can give him like 3 items and the song will just shell off. Like he's so it's exciting in that way. Do you know what I mean? To see what he's got coming next.
Interesting. So what producer did you meet out there?
Arms House Records. Do you even know Arms House Records?
I have an inkling about who it is. I'm not too sure exactly who it is, but explain who are they or who is he or she?
He works mainly with Alkaline, Movado. He's worked with Shansia, Spice. He's a Jamaican producer and he like travels back and forth and that. It's really good. He's got a song on one of his rhythms now. The Alkaline Pretty Girl Team. The man's got a song on that rhythm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Big shout out to my man. Alright, you do your thing. I see ya. So did you line that up for him or? What? No, Rory did. Yeah. But I was just there and I did my bit. Okay. But I lined up. I don't know if you've heard of this artist called J Kaz from London. He's he's good as well. Them two met up and hopefully that's gonna be some work coming up. Interesting. So I'm excited. I think this year's gonna be a big year for you. Yeah. Interesting. Big year for yourself as well with your brand and things like that. But we'll get onto that shortly. So like in fact we'll get onto that now. So what was you doing what was you doing before you set up like your business and your brand? I was literally just working and going uni and living life really. Okay. I don't even know why I even came up with this, to be honest. Like one day I was just thinking to myself, I want to do something different and I want to do something else, not just working for the government. You know, I want to work for myself eventually. So then I was like, what can I do? And I was like, well, I can't do hair. I can't do nails. I'm not that good at makeup. So for time, I was thinking, what can I do? But every time I go out, I have to have the right earrings. I don't care if I don't have no necklace, no ring, no bracelet. As long as I got earrings, I'm good. So then I just started brainstorming from there. Interesting. Yeah. So what inspired you to like go forward and just go into the earrings side of things apart from obviously your love for earrings? Was there anything else that pushed you to say? There was literally nothing. It was literally just the fact that I just did not want to work for other people for all my life. And I wanted something else to do and give myself a little bit of motivation, do you know what I mean? And that's when I've been thinking about this for about a year now. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. And I like it. I still wasn't even going to drop it yet. It was my friends that were like, why are you waiting? Just do it. So I was like, yeah, I'll do it then. It's working from what I can see. But you're wearing your brand now, aren't you? Yeah. So these are the gem drops. Clear. Show the peoples. The gem drops. Alright. These come in 5 colours. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what colours? So there's like a yellow and pink one. That one's really nice. There's a colourful one, a black one, and another one. Blue, red, purple. I can't remember. No. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. Really bad. It's alright, I'll let you off. I'm putting you on the spot. So like, have you had any other business experience before that, or is this like the first business venture you're going into? No, this is my first business venture. Like my friend, she started a business before and she would ask me opinions and stuff. So I'd give her my opinion, but I would only give her my opinion as the customer. So then as I started doing that, I was thinking if I'm going to do my business, I'm going to do it how I would want, how I would expect to buy from someone.
Yeah.
So then that's how I started doing it.
Interesting.
But
okay.
no business. I hated business in school. I hated it.
But now you're a business person.
I know. Can you even imagine? I can't even believe myself.
Yeah. So what business does your friend do?
She does property now. She did initially first do hair, but she does property now. Yeah, it's called, I think, Onyx Property. She just started it.
I've seen that about stuff.
Yeah. She does it with her partner, I think.
Yeah. Nice. So, what was it that made you think of custom jewelry or like custom pieces?
Just like what I would wear. Honestly, like I was searching where I could get them from. I must have called about 20 different vendors and stuff. Like I just tried so many places. This was actually supposed to just be samples, and then I got them and I fell in love with them and I stuck with this. Nice.
So like, in terms of like the vendors and stuff that you did go to, like what was the other types of earrings that you seen that you didn't go for?
Like, they just weren't that unique. Like, it was just something you could just get from anywhere. And I didn't want that. I wanted something that everyone could like, they were really nice. And I wanted different ranges of sizes, colours, textures, stuff like that. So that's why.
Nice. So where did you find the name LUXE?
Right, so it's actually Kedesha's Luxuries, but short, LUXE. Because Kedesha's Luxuries sounds long, so LUXE, it sounds kind of sweet.
Yeah.
And then it sounds kind of prestige, sounds expensive. And that's the kind of, you know,
the look that you're going for.
Yeah, so then if someone's wearing it, they can be like, you
know, I'm wearing LUXE.
I'm wearing the Luxe.
Yeah. I like it. So like, is it just like earrings and stuff you specialize in, or are you looking to branch out into like necklaces, rings, things like that, or are you just going for your statement earring pieces?
I'm just gonna do statement earrings for now, and see how that goes. And then someone actually asked me already if I'm gonna do that. So if people are wanting that, then definitely I'll look into it. But I wouldn't just rush into it. It'll take me time again to make sure, because it could be that this person I've got might not have nice earrings, you know, other stuff. So it could go there. I'm never gonna say never. Just have to see what the people want. Yeah,
exactly. So you're just sticking with the earrings for now, see how that goes, and then branch off into other things.
Don't want to take on too much too soon.
Yeah, exactly. So are you looking to put it in shops, or is it just going to be you selling them online, or where do you sell them?
That I'm actually glad that you said that, because I was thinking about that from yesterday. I'm thinking of maybe like certain you got certain hairdressers and stuff that when people get their hair done, they might want to buy a little 1 or 2 earrings. So I'm gonna go into some of them and see if they would buy some from me. And then maybe they could go into shops and get them. But at the minute, it's just me on Instagram. You can email or DM.
Okay, shout out your Instagram. Where can I find it?
It's at k.luxuk.
At k.luxuk. Go at it. Get in the DMs. So like, do you do like, how does it work? So do you just buy the individual ones, or can you buy bundles?
It just depends how many you want of each. So you can buy individuals, and you can... Wait, who? Me?
Oh, like the customer. So like, let's say if I was coming for a present for, let's say a family member or something like that, how could I go about? Am I buying a few at a time, or can I just buy like the one? Or
you can do either. So like, if you want to buy one, you can just buy one. But if you want to buy, say, 3 or more, then I will start doing discounts and stuff and percentages. The more you buy, obviously, the more you get off. But like, someone the other day asked me for 5. So like them kind of things that I would happily do.
Okay, nice. So what's the price range for these?
They're all £10.
Nice.
Yeah, so my earrings are £10, and then it's plus delivery. Or if I'm in Leeds, then I don't mind meeting. But whilst I'm at uni, it just has to be delivery.
Makes sense. So how do you balance, obviously, because obviously you just started and stuff now, and you've got uni going on at the same time. Have you thought about the balance and how it could affect if, let's say, because you like to speak things into existence on this podcast. So, like, when it starts to blow up, how are you going to balance it, do you think?
Well, because it's mainly online, I just go on my phone every now and then and just deal with it that way. But at the minute, what I do is, like, I've got a routine. So I might go into work in the morning. I've got an exam next week as well, so I go to work in the morning, go home, go to sleep, go library for like till the night, go to the gym and then go home, and that's just my routine for now. So depending on what I've got on, I've got a routine to make sure it's a balance.
Interesting. So let's say it does pop off like on another level. Which would you choose? Are you gonna choose your business or are you gonna choose the adult nursing?
My nursing? 100%. I've wanted to be a nurse since I was about 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So is this more like something, just another way of getting an income for yourself?
Kind of, yeah, but it's also like something that I want to do, so why not do it? If it don't work out, it don't work out. At least I can say I tried.
Makes sense.
I'd rather try and know than not try and wonder. Do you know what I mean? So that's why, really. But then I've also got my little sister. She's obsessed with it already. So if I need help, I know she'll do it. Yeah. So it's all right, really. I can make it work, you know. I got my ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you. So, like, how long does it take to make each piece, or how long does it take for you to get each piece?
It can take less than a week. It all just depends on the amount as well. But it usually, like the last time I got them within about 5 days. Less than a week. I was probably surprised, but it's quick.
So it's a quick turnover.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. So how did you decide on, how do you name each piece? So I've been on the Instagram and I see you've got names like Flower Bomb, Gem Drops, you got the Fluorescent Square. Like, how do you go about naming each one of the pieces that you get?
I just look at them and then the first name that comes to mind, what it looks like. These are the gems. And the dropping. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I just like, cause I don't know, like I just don't know. I feel like if you think about things too deep, that's when you get a bit confused and start minding yourself. So I just look at them and say, oh, that's what that looks like.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that one.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Interesting. So, like, how do you choose your K-LUXE babes?
How did I choose that? That's so annoying.
Yeah, I had to pull that one out because obviously I was on Instagram, I was doing my research, and I've seen K-LUXE babes and I've seen a couple girls there. I'm like, okay, how do you choose them?
Alright, so all of them have bought from me.
Okay.
So anyone that buys from me, anyone that like takes a picture and posts it straight away, that's what they are.
Right. So yeah, K-LUXE babes once you buy one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like the 2 of them, they're like my little cousins. And then one of them I've been friends with since I was about 10, 11, been friends from high school. And she actually helped me a lot. She helped me take some pictures and give me some ideas on how to set out the Instagram and stuff. So shout out to her.
Does she have a name?
Yeah, her name is Taylor.
Shout out Taylor and helping out.
Taylor.
Nice. So, like, in terms of like collaborations and stuff, are you looking to collaborate with anyone? Or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what type of brands and stuff would you like to collaborate with?
I'm open to literally everything. I haven't got like, do you know, because I said like I was just doing it just to do it kind of thing. I'm so open. If it comes to be a good opportunity, then I'm more than happy to do it. I feel like if you set your minds set like closed-minded, you're not gonna see how big things can get. So I'd rather just go into it with an open mind. If anyone comes to me or if I see anything along the way, then yeah, definitely.
Okay, so let's say in your head, let's say when it does kick off, what are like the 5 top brands that are like your dream collaborations? Would you say?
Top Shop. Because have you seen Topshop's earrings are banging, so I would love to do something with them. Pretty Little Thing. I'd love to do something with like Gucci, because they've got some earrings, but I feel like they're not really that.
Statement looking.
So I feel like if a dash a bit of K-LUXE on there,
K-LUXE / Gucci.
That sounds good, doesn't it? K-LUXE.
It could work. It could work.
Gucci,
It could work.
yeah.
You know what you might have to do with that one? You might have to make a little Gucci like Gucci colours.
Could be actually. That'd be a good idea. I'm gonna have to, if I do, I'm gonna name it after you.
Yeah. I could dig. Hey, yeah. If it comes through though, you're gonna have to cut me a piece of the check. You know.
I'll at you in it.
Oh wow! Man, ask for a piece of the pie. I got an okay. Fair enough. So like let's say, because obviously you've only just started the business. So like, where do you see the business going in like the next year? Hopefully, in your eyes.
I just want, to be honest, in the next year, I want to be able to have maybe 2 or 3 other people that I work with on a regular. So like, I have a friend that does hair. I'd love to do some stuff with her regularly, like photo shoots, or maybe people can come to both of us to style them. That's Crown Attitude. She gave me this hair as well.
Interesting.
So I love to do something like that. I want to go branch down into Jamaica.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Because that, you know, Jamaicans, they like this kind of stuff, innit?
Bling.
So I'd love to do something down there. I'd eventually love to open a shop. I don't know if it's gonna happen in the next year, but definitely that's one of my big goals, to open a shop.
Yeah.
But
would you prefer to open a shop in England or in Jamaica? Would you say?
Jamaica, just so I have a reason to go back regular.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, like, I just wanna be all over, do different stalls, different places, maybe carnivals or something. You know, just I just try to get K-LUXE as known as possible. Maybe getting a couple music videos or photo shoots. I just want people to see K-LUXE so much that they're sick of me, kind of thing.
Makes sense.
So that's my aim, if I'm being honest.
Nice. So how many designs or different types of statement earrings do you have at the moment? Yeah.
So I've got 6 earrings. 4 of them are 5 different colours. And then one of them is 2 different colours.
Right, we're going to show you the earrings in a bit of a closer look in a second still. Interesting. So like, do you pick the designs yourself, or is it like or do you make the designs?
No, I choose them. So there's a vendor with thousands and thousands, so many different styles. So I just go through them and I choose my own out of them.
Okay, the ones that bring the biggest statement. Yeah,
definitely. Because they do some other little ones, like little studs and stuff, but I'm not feeling them.
It's not quite K-LUXE, is it? No.
Definitely not. These are for like when you want to go out, or if you want to go to a club or to a dance or to dinner. Because I've got some ones that you can wear like every day as well, but they still make it known that they're there.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. So that's
yeah. Makes sense. So like, let's see. So have you got any other working projects that you're working on at the moment, as well as K-LUXE, or is it just K-LUXE that you're concentrating on at the moment?
It's just K-LUXE and Wagwan and Demand, really.
Okay.
Because I'm at uni, I don't want to take on too much, because I've still got like I said, I've got an exam next Friday. And it's stressing me out. So I don't want to be taking on too much and doing too much. Because I don't want to fall behind in uni either. Yeah,
exactly. Especially as that's the thing that you actually want to go into. So what made you want to go into like adult nursing?
To be honest, it was learning about Mary Seacole.
Okay.
I was like in a history class and I was learning about Mary Seacole, and I was about 8 or 9. About 9. And I was just thinking, because at the time I'd only just come from Jamaica a few years before, and I didn't really know like that many different Jamaican people. So to me, to come to England and for a Jamaican woman to be bigged up like that, to me that was big. So I was thinking, nah, I want to be like that. And then hearing about all the good things that she did and all that kind of stuff, So, and then I've always been, I think I'm quite a caring person. I am a caring person.
You think?
No, I am quite a caring person. And I think I've got a lot of compassion and empathy, do you know what I mean? So, I feel like it was almost built in for me to do this kind of job. And then when I left school, I was working in different like healthcare settings, doing different things, and I fell in love with it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like it. So like, in terms of like the job role and stuff, what does it entail?
So at the minute I'm a support worker, which is kind of different from my actual nurse, but the nursing role, it depends what ward you're on. So like most of it is just like making sure documentation's done, wound care, wound dressings. It could be medications, making sure that a person can get back to their previous mobility, making sure that when they go home they'll be comfortable, that they'll have everything they need, making sure that you treat them like with respect whilst they're away and stuff. It's a lot really, like believe it or not, it is actually a lot. I was at work yesterday, I did a 12.5 hour shift and I sat down 2 times and that was on my break, and other than that you just don't stop, because there's people that might need help going to the shower and stuff that can't walk. You're gonna have to help them to do that.
Right.
It's just but I like it though.
Sounds a lot.
It's a lot, but I like it because you get to meet so many different types of people, and you get to have so many different kinds of conversations. You get to learn so many different things from different people, and I really do feel like it's a blessing because people really appreciate what you do for them and stuff. So I think that's why I like it. Definitely.
Nice. So like, in terms of obviously the adult nursing and stuff, like you said, there's different wards and stuff that you can work on. What ward is it that you're looking to get onto?
I want to do something to do with emergency or trauma. So like A&E or ICU.
Yeah. Why emergency and trauma?
I don't know. It's so interesting. No 2 days are the same. And you just learn things all the time. I like learning things. I think it keeps you going the more you learn. Do you know what I mean? It's good to have some kind of knowledge. So it's just interesting, like, and I've always just been curious about how the body works and stuff. And I feel like in A&E and ICU you see more unusual cases and stuff, which is interesting.
Okay. So like, have you ever done like any experience in any of those wards yet?
I've done ICU and HDU, so intensive care unit and high dependence unit, but I haven't done A&E yet. I hope I get a placement on there before I graduate.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
But I'm on ICU at the minute, and they're basically training me up to work on there. They just teach me everything, like it's so good.
So what happens on that ward then in ICU?
So on there, it's 1 nurse to 1 patient. And you just literally just make sure everything's okay for that patient. It all depends on what they're coming with. Usually it's multiple organ failure or like severe trauma or some kind of severe injury. There's a lot of like RTAs, what are the road traffic accidents, a lot of car crashes, a lot of people falling, a lot of attempted suicides. There's like, it's just a lot, but it's just interesting.
Yeah, it keeps you on your feet.
It keeps you
going.
Yeah. So it can be really, really hectic. Yeah. But it can also be super quiet. It just depends. It all depends at the time of year. Believe it or not. Different times of the year, you'll see it busier than usual.
Like, so is that like around like Christmas times and?
You know, ICU's not that busy at Christmas.
Yeah.
No, it's mainly during summer because it's a lot of people getting in car accidents and stuff like that, or you know, people just too merry.
Exactly.
But then on the wards, you see a lot of people at Christmas because of cold and flu and you know stuff like that. But that's where it's different. It's so crazy how it works.
So like, what's the most serious case that you've witnessed yourself?
It was when this 25-year-old coming with a migraine and then ended up dying in the hospital. Literally coming thinking it was just a migraine, and he was at home taking paracetamol and aspirin and ibuprofen and nothing was working. So then he come in. His mum made him come in. And they was like, oh, you've got like a bit of swelling on your brain and you've got a bleed on your brain. So we had to get like a EVD. So it's like a external ventricular drain. So it goes from here and it's into a bag and it drains out the extra fluid that's in the brain.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like, I don't know what happened or whether his body just wasn't reacting with the EVD well, but it must have drained too much. So then what happens is it's like it creates like a suction in your skull, and you've only got one exit and entrance for your skull, which is at the back here, which is near where your brain stem is. Now your brain stem controls like your heart beating, your breathing, everything. So what happened is because of the suction, it caused his brain to start going down into his spine. Yeah. Which damaged his brain's stem. And in England, if your brain stem's damaged, you're classified as dead.
Right.
So his heart was still beating.
Yeah.
But that was only because he was on ICU with a ventilator. If when that ventilator comes off, his heart would only beat for a certain amount of time. And then yeah.
So why did they classify you as dead then, when obviously your brain stem goes back down?
Because once your brain stem goes down there, it's damaged, and it's called like your autopilot of your brain. So you know how we breathe when we don't think about it. Your brain stem controls that. So if that's damaged, you can't breathe on your own without something else telling you to breathe. You can't have your heart beat on its own without having something else making your heart beat.
So is there no way that you can fix that? Like,
no, because your eyes, once that happens, your eyes change. Like your pupils won't dilate or anything. Yeah. So if you put a flashlight right there or put like a cotton bud on the eye, nothing won't flinch, nothing. Won't react to nothing. Yeah. Pain, nothing. You could go like this and squeeze somebody there. They won't feel it, don't move.
Mental. That is mad. So like, how does that affect you then in terms of like mentally? And obviously seeing cases like that on a day-to-day basis, like, obviously you must be immune to it now, innit?
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, there's some people that you do kind of get attached to. You shouldn't. Yeah. But you can't help. You kind of, you have a different relationship with different patients, do you know what I mean? So if something happens to them, then you kind of feel it, but you're not supposed to take it home with you. And because I was doing it before I started uni, I've learned how to leave stuff at the door. Yeah,
so in the beginning, what was it like when you had, let's say, your first case with a patient that you was cool with? Yeah. Like, what was that like if they passed away and stuff like that?
Oh, that was awful. I remember the first lady. Yeah. She was such a nice lady. I used to do home care, so I used to go and see her and stuff. And she used to always say, don't get pissed when you leave on the night time, because she thought you'd always go get drunk. And I'm like, oh, I won't. And then one time I left her that night and I went back the morning and I found her dead in bed. And that broke my heart, because she was the loveliest woman ever. She was like 93, not on no medications, only on, I think, vitamins, like perfectly healthy, just a bit frail and fragile. Just sudden. Nobody even knew why, like, it was just so sudden.
Wow, so if you didn't come back that day, basically no one would have known until
somebody went in there. That was heartbreaking. I got because it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. They were like, just go home, like, have the day off. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, what do I do? Like, I didn't understand why I felt so heartbroken, because I'd only known her for about 2-3 weeks. But she was just such a nice woman. Yeah. That was the first lady.
Yeah. So, like, when that type of thing happens, how do you go about, like, getting over the situation then? So, it's happened now. The person's died, unfortunately. And now you're just there. Like, how does it work from there?
Work, I've always got support there. So, you've always got someone to talk to if you need to talk to, like, and my mum, I just talk to my mum about everything. So usually if I get over things, I just talk to her. And then, fine. Now I'm alright. Like, now it don't bother me like that. It sounds bad, but you do get used to it though, innit? Like, it's not, Don't bother me like that no more. You feel some type of way, and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Proper gutted that they've gone, like. But you just have to carry on. You've got more people to look after. You can't dwell on one person.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, like, obviously, that's probably... Yeah, that's a tough one, that. That's a bit mad, that. Because obviously, when people die, it's a major thing, isn't it? Like, it's not just something that happens every day. Well, it does happen every day. But you get what I mean? Like, you don't just see people and then, boom, they're dead.
It is hard still. And then, in the hospital as well, like when the patient dies, you have to do last offices where you wash the body and get them ready to go to the morgue and stuff.
Right.
So
not about that life at all.
I haven't done a full one.
Yeah.
I've seen one get done on placement, but me myself, I haven't done one. I'm shook to go down to the morgue as well.
So do you have to take the body to the morgue?
No, porters do. So you've got the porters in the hospital.
Yeah.
They take them down, but we've got to like wash the body, get all the paperwork together, get the doctors to do the death certificate, call the family members, make sure they've got all the possession with them, and then like if family want fingerprints or handprints or a piece of hair or you've got to do all that kind of stuff, and you've got to wrap up the body as well in a sheet or something or in a bag.
So why do they make, like, obviously you guys do that? Wouldn't they just call obviously the people from the morgue come and do
Imagine it. There's only like 2 people in the morgue. Imagine if they had 2 people running up and down the whole hospital. In the morgue, they just investigate really.
Yeah.
To make sure everything's done.
Yeah.
We do that, and then they go over and check it all again,
and
make sure it's the right person, and and then they get the bodies ready to go into the coffin. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if it needs investigating, we don't do that. We just get it ready to go to them.
Right.
So like, if they've got any cannulas in, we take them out. Any dressings, any bandages.
That? A cannula?
Cannula,
yeah. What's that?
like when you get IV drips and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you take them out, bandages, all that, you take all them off so they can investigate properly and stuff.
Have you ever heard of like a case where, let's say, for example, something was, let's say it was on a drip, for example, someone's messed with the drip or anything like that. Has that ever happened?
Yeah, all the time.
What?
People do it all the time, especially
like
people who want to go outside to smoke and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if the drip is on a certain, like if it's on a certain, how do you say it?
Like a certain level.
Speed or something, yeah. Mm-hmm. Some people might just turn it up and so it can run right through so they can go outside quicker. People do it all the time.
Yeah, but doesn't that have like a major effect on them?
It can do, depending on the drug as well. Like if it's a serious drug, it can do like you could go into a like cardiac arrest or something. I've never seen it myself personally, but I do know people have messed with it. I've seen people mess with it, but never had a serious consequence of it. But you can do, or like, if people don't keep it clean or mess around with it, you can get infections. So I've never seen that either, but that can happen.
So like, what's the, how can I put it, not the maddest thing, but like the most out of sort thing that you've seen in your time there?
Well, I've seen quite a few. I don't know. I've seen quite a few. Oh, I remember, I wouldn't say it was like out of sorts, but you see people that get injured from running away from police a lot, you know. I've seen people with like half a skull missing because they've said, oh, I jumped out of a 2-story building to get away from feds.
Have you heard this stuff? Half a skull, how does that even... So they've jumped out of the building and landed on the head?
They've jumped out of the building and like had brain damage and the brain's swollen, but when it's swollen you can either drain it or you have to remove a piece of it for it to grow out.
Right.
And he was only young, he couldn't walk, he couldn't really talk properly, and it's all because he was running from feds. He jumped out of a 2-story building. So stuff like that. I've seen prisoners come in with like police and stuff. Seen people who, like, what did I see? You could see someone fall downstairs and have the most serious injuries. Like, that was really shocking to me.
Yeah.
Someone said I fell down about 5 stairs, couldn't walk, couldn't eat properly, had to get a tube in the nose, barely could talk properly. I think I already said that actually, but like just simple things like that. You don't realise how serious the injuries are.
Just
People
from
have,
falling down the stairs.
yeah, like I've seen people, like, you know, the pavements that are wonky.
Yeah.
People have tripped in there and broken a whole leg and had to get knee replacements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It makes you proper humble. And it makes you grateful for life, and it makes you thankful for the little health that you got.
Exactly.
You don't realise how much good health is.
Exactly. Why I'm not taking no risk no more. I'm taking each step as it comes, you get me?
No, do you know what it is actually? There was this man, and he was out eating dinner with his family, and he got like a piece of beef stuck in his throat. And he just said he just kept trying to cough it up for time, and it won't come up, and then all of a sudden it's like coughing up blood. Come to the hospital, ended up being in the hospital for 2 months for the little piece of beef. Because it was aggravating his esophagus so much, it put a hole in it. So then blood was going into his lungs, and then it caused problems with his heart. His lungs, he couldn't breathe properly, his heart wasn't beating properly, his blood pressure was all over the place, and it's all because
piece of beef.
He was eating piece of beef.
I know. That is wild. Like, I couldn't even imagine going to the hospital, and saying, yeah, I got a piece of beef. Like, that to me is just a bit mad. Like, that is the type of stuff that you deal with on a day-to-day. Shit, then. So why that? Of all things that you could do, you wanna,
I don't know. I like it. I look after. There's a lot of people with dementia. I look after a lot of people with dementia, but I enjoy it. Like, and it's so cute, especially because they'll think that they're like 21, and they'll be telling you about when they done this last summer with the cousin and the sister and stuff. So it's nice. Like. I don't know why I enjoy it so much. I just do. It's really rewarding, to be honest. Yeah.
Could imagine. So, like, how can I put it? Would you do it in Jamaica, per se? Because I went to a hospital in Jamaica, and some of the stuff that I've seen there is just wild.
I've never been to a hospital in Jamaica.
I'd definitely rethink that decision still.
You know what it is? I was actually considering it, and then I looked at the salary, and I said, no, I'm not going there. It's about $8,000 a year, US. Okay
then. Wow, to see all that trauma for $8,000, and that's US.
And then I heard that the hospitals can be kind of bad over there still, but I've never been.
Terrible.
Is it?
Like, it's not terrible as in terrible, but obviously because it's like classified as a third world country, it's not the best. Like, the facilities are all old, bare people just bunched together. And when I went, because one of my friends, he had a bike accident. He got knocked off his bike by a car, almost lost his leg. Flipping, there's a guy in there who had his leg chopped off because he had an accident. Guy who got shot in his head. Just wild.
All in the same room?
Yeah.
You see, I can't deal with that already. There's no organisation. So you've got all those different injuries on the one room.
Yeah. So there's a guy with a head injury. There's a guy with leg injuries. One guy had his leg bandaged up, couldn't walk. Backed up like this. He's just casted up. There's the next, my friend, he had his leg, but obviously it was bad, but it wasn't that bad because obviously he can walk and stuff still, he could get about, but like it's not a nice place in them type of places. And because obviously people can't really afford it, it's only like major injuries that go into there.
I eventually want to do nursing in Jamaica, but I want to do my own. Like, I've always said I want to open like a mother and baby centre, or go out in the community and see like elderly people that might not be able to go to doctors or hospital. Just to do regular checkups and check BP and stuff. So I want to do that, but I will be doing that. Yeah, that's a definite. There's no turning back with that. So the LUXE money best can buy me a little medical centre. So that's what it's all about, really. Like it's all towards building something. Definitely.
All about helping the community and helping out.
Looks like it.
Interesting. Very interesting. I like it. So, what do you think about this coronavirus thing that's going around?
I think it was planted. I'm not gonna.
How? Explain yourself.
I'm in two minds because I've also heard that the virus has been about for well over a month, and it's been in England since December.
Hold up. Wait. It's been in England since December. How?
I've heard, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
true, but apparently it's been because the government was embarrassed to say that there's such a big virus and they didn't know how like bad it was.
Yeah.
So now because they realise it's something so deadly, they've had to come out. But I don't know, I just think it's a bit weird because like we heard about it and then the next day they're quarantining a whole city. Why are you quarantining a whole city over 10 people that's died? Thousands of people for 10 people that died.
So do you know much about the virus now? Why it is and stuff? No,
I just know it's a lot to do with it's like flu and cold like symptoms. So sore throat and difficult like shortness of breath and stuff, and you can get like infections like pneumonia and stuff because of the virus. But I don't know a lot about it. No.
You know, wrap up, guys. Keep your mouth safe. Get your
do the
mouthpiece.
That's
word. Wow, that's sick. Well,
yeah.
I've learned a lot today. I'm not gonna lie. You've taught me a bit stuff.
Check me out on Instagram.
Plug it up. Tell the people where can they find you.
At k.luxeuk. Yeah. So I've got a lot to come. Like I'm excited. To be doing different styles. Like I haven't done any diamantes, so I'm gonna do some bit of diamantes and stuff. Different types of studs. So message me. Let me know what you like and I'll see if I can get it for you.
And ladies out there, let's get some more K-LUXE babes, man.
K-LUXE babes.
We need some models for Kedesha, man. So
definitely.
K-LUXE babes out there. Hashtag K-LUXE babes as well.
I see that.
But yeah, man. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. It's a pleasure. And that's been episode 8, people. Thank you for your time. See you.